Whoa! Ah! Oh God! Ah! Ah!
Prove yourself.
What? Okay, so here we are again with another episode of my unpopular ongoing quest to play every N64 game released in North America. This episode has us waging war with gods, dooming demons, doing whatever Hexen is about, and playing soccer. Anyway, let's get right to it. But first, if any of these games ring your nostalgia bell, leave a comment about your experiences with these games. And if you enjoy what I'm doing here at all, you should subscribe. I'm gonna keep doing it regardless, but it's nice to have a little incentive. Anywhoots, let's do this thing. Once again, I'm starting on a sports game. I do not like sports games. Or at least I haven't liked any of the offerings so far. USA. I hope this isn't another dud because it hurts people's feelings when I accurately rank their crappy sports games as crappy games. People really are sensitive about their sports. Anyway, I'm really going to try to enjoy this one. I'm trying, y'all. I'm trying. But my God, sports is boring.
That's a great bit of play. Well played.
The graphics are not very good. I've seen worse, but the players barely have faces. I get it. There are a lot of players on the field, so minute details aren't that important. But it's not a good-looking game.
Good ball. It's all over.
Dang it! Get that ball out of here! The sound is alright. The commentators help bring a sense of authenticity to the game and help to break up some of the monotony of the oofs and kicking sounds.
Well played.
The crowd chants are a nice touch as well. The music only plays in the menus, so it's not all that important. It's fine. Now for the gameplay. This is where Wayne Gretzky and Hang Time let me down. They weren't fun. And in my first match of this game, I was really not having a good time.
Give me the ball! Yeah!
It felt like a surefire oof. But as I kept playing, I started to get into it, and I ended up having a good time.
Come on, team, we can do this!
We need 1 point!
A fair challenge.
It's not a deep game, but there is enough here to make it a worthwhile play. Overall, it's not really my thing, but I had fun playing it. It's not great, but it's not a bad game. Okay, I won. Now I can quit. If the gameplay was a little more refined, I'd rank it higher, but as it is, it's fine. This is fine. Next on the list, we have N64. This one never appealed to me as a youngster.
Oh wow, this is really dark.
I think it was the sprite-based graphics that put me off of it. But I gotta say, I was definitely looking forward to playing this one.
Okay, that's the... Whoa.
I'm a little less of a graphics snob these days.
Need a blue key, okay. Oh, there's a guy, hey. I missed. What's down here? Alright, now I gotta go quick for that door. What's the blue key code? Die! Ouch, where are ya? No, I disagree. I don't think I should let you shoot me anymore. Whoa! Ah, oh God! Ah! You're dead. And I'm still alive.
The graphics do stand out a bit compared to other shooters on the N64. The item and enemy sprites aren't very impressive from a graphical standpoint, but they get the job done.
Oh my God.
The one thing the visuals have going for them is the frame rate. Smooth as butter. If low-quality character models were a trade-off for a smooth frame rate, then it was totally worth it.
Shuckles. It's dark in here. I can't see a thing. And now we've got some, armor. Now I need a blue key card. Hey, I got a new gun.
Like the graphics, the sound is also nothing to brag about. The music is appropriate. Guns go boom, pow, pew, pew, bang.
What the hell?
And the enemies grunt and yell as one might expect.
Light amplification goggles. That helps a lot.
The stereo is well done. Very useful for pinpointing enemy locations.
There's a blue key card just sticking up there. Kind of peculiar that they would leave that just sitting there for me. I got the backpack. What's the backpack do?
I had to do some fiddling with the control settings to get it where everything felt comfortable.
I see. It's a trick-a-poo. Is this some kind of puzzle?
But the controls are completely customizable.
Ow, my head.
So that's a major bonus.
Aw, you mean that's temporary? My light amplification is only temporary? Golly. Is this supposed to be a shoot-shoot-badoot game, not a shoot-shoot-think game? I wasn't expecting to have to use my brain for this one.
Also, the lack of ability to aim up or down is actually a benefit to the game. It controls so much easier without having to worry about looking up or down.
Blue keys acquired. A super shotgun.
Especially considering the N64 controller with its one analog stick. Most importantly, though, the game was fun. I was expecting more hunting demons and less hunting keys, but I had a good time. Overall, Doom 64 is fun enough to more than make up for any shortcomings. I think the developers knew what they were doing when they put gameplay first, as it should be. Because they prioritized a smooth frame rate over fancy high-poly 3D models, the game holds up surprisingly well, perhaps better than most N64 shooters. It's no Super Mario or Mario Kart, but it gets a spot on the nice tier. Next up, we have War Gods. I saw this one on the $20 shelf at my local department store in the late 90s, which tells me it didn't sell well. The first thing I noticed when booting this one up was the total lack of game modes. There's Start Game and Options. That's it. There's no training mode, no move lists, no help at all. There are a few helpful options for those of us that have fighting game skill deficiencies. Fatalities are off by default, which is odd. I'm not even sure why turning them off is an option, but I'm not an expert in the fighting genre.
You know, after the end of all this, I should be pretty good at fighting games. But that was very easy.
Wins. Perfect victory. Prove yourself.
The graphics are okay for the time, just mid-tier N64 graphics. I believe they were a little over-ambitious in their attempt at realism, so the character designs aren't all that interesting, which is disappointing considering what they were going for. You have fighters like Anubis and Voodoo that have great creative potential, but they just look like guys in Halloween costumes. Probably because that's what they had for reference. I run kind of funny. The sound is okay as well. The voice samples are fine, the sound effects are fine, the music is a little dramatic, but fine.
Mashing buttons!
As for the gameplay, it's meh. Whenever I would pull off a special move, I had a hard time repeating it. That's probably more user error than anything, but it felt like the commands weren't registering correctly. Also, trying to figure out the special moves and combos without a training mode or a move list is a bit difficult. And before you say anything about the manuals of old games having move lists in them, I looked it up, and no, the manual does not have any such information.
Danger!
There's also a 3D button that allows you to circle around your opponent, but I didn't find this useful at all. And honestly, it would have been better to have that button do something else. And as for the characters, for a game called War Gods, there sure are a lot of made-up gods here. I mean, you have gods throughout history to pull from, and you give us Sci-5? Warhead? Seriously? You couldn't put like Ares or Odin in there or something? It's like they were afraid the gods would sue them for trademark infringement or something. So they just made up a bunch of generic gods to throw in there. We got Anubis. Did they negotiate a deal with the ancient Egyptian god of funerary? Well, it's hard to say. Did they negotiate a deal with the ancient god of... Did they negotiate a deal with the ancient Egyptian god of funerary? Egyptian god of funerary. Did they negotiate a deal with the ancient Egyptian god of funerary rites for use in this game, but they couldn't get Zeus on board? Of all of the gods in the public domain, we get these generic knockoffs. I don't get it. Anyway, with that little rant over, I'm going to place War Gods in the This Is Fine tier. It's not broken or completely unenjoyable, but it is disappointing. There was a lot of potential to be awesome, and it's just bleh.
Tag wins. Fatality.
Next up, we have Hexen. I didn't do any research before playing this one. All I knew is that it was a first-person game. Let's go Mage. I can barely read that. Among the first places set upon by Korax's minions, the chapel's bell sounds as a death knell for the doom about to befall the rest of Hexen. I started off as the mage character, who has this little staff that shoots magic. Pew pew! I started getting bored, so then I switched to the warrior character.
Yeah, punch, man.
Which was a little more fun, because instead of running backwards while shooting, you can charge at the whatevers and punch them.
I must admit, this is a little bit more fun. I dinged the bell. Why is the text so hard to read?
Greetings, mortal.
Hello?
Are you ready to die?
No. I don't think so.
The graphics are a little cleaner than Doom, but similar. Unlike Doom, you do have the ability to look up and down, but for some inexplicable reason, the controls for that are mapped to the D-pad.
Are there stairs? Oh, good. It's an elevator.
So looking up and down while moving means changing the grip on the controller. Fortunately, as far as my experience goes, looking up or down isn't necessary for gameplay purposes.
I'll open this door. Oh, hey, lizard man.
It's just like a bonus, I guess. Also, on both my computer monitor and CRT TV, the on-screen text is nigh unreadable. I think it was mainly the font choice.
This path is balked. Wait, did it really say balked? Barred! Oh my god, the font choice.
The blurry R's look like K's to me, so in case you're ever developing a video game, especially if you're time traveling to the 90s when virtually all of the screens were CRTs, sans serif fonts are the way to go. Never use script fonts.
Yay! I got a new weapon!
The sound was pretty low quality, nothing impressive here. It didn't hurt my ears, but that's a pretty low bar. The voice clips were heavily compressed, the sound effects were generic, and if I had to describe the music, I couldn't. Because I don't remember what it sounded like. It wasn't memorable. On the plus side, that means it wasn't bad, because bad is memorable.
Dead bodies in there. Dead bodies in there.
The gameplay works fine. You attack with the A button, jump with B, and Z and R allow you to strafe. It actually feels pretty good. I couldn't figure out what C left and C right did until I picked up a second weapon. I never did figure out how to cycle through the potions. When I was at low health, it would have been nice to use a healing potion instead of throwing an explosive flask. I'm sure there's a button for it, but I didn't find it. The game has you running around, killing things, and looking for switches and keys. A little tedious and not all that exciting. Overall, it was fine. I got bored looking for switches, and I didn't feel all that compelled to continue. I could see it being worth playing if you had nothing better to do, but the odds of not having anything better to do are slim. I'd have to be pretty bored to choose this one. It's not a bad game from what I played, but it's barely mediocre. There are so many better games on the N64.
Okay. That's enough.
It's fine, but just barely. I'm starting to sense a pattern developing where mediocrity is the norm here. Most games are just fine, but I guess that makes sense considering that is the meaning of mediocrity after all. Anyway, the best of the games this episode is Doom 64. It's fun, but not a challenge to the supremacy of Mario Kart 64, so Mario Kart remains the top game. You'll have to wait until next time to see if any of these games can dethrone Mario Kart. I doubt it. If you enjoyed this video, leave me a like, and maybe do that newfangled hype thing that YouTube has introduced. I need all the help I can get. If you're not subscribed, then hit the dang button! Thanks for watching, good luck on all the things, and I'll see you later. Bye.